I came from Jesus.
Today's word is reciprocity. Reciprocity. Don't ask me to do a damn thing that you wouldn't do for me.
Hello everyone, I hope all is well. I hope you're having a fantastic day. But here I am, the bearer of shocking news, maybe shocking to some. I got this article from the People magazine. It reads, RHOA star SIDORA's husband Ralph Pittman files for divorce after nearly 9 years of marriage. Unfortunately, we have made the difficult decision to move on to our next chapter. Now, he went on to say, love is a beautiful thing, Pittman, 37, said in an exclusive statement to People. I got this article from People. I think I said that a few minutes ago. Unfortunately, we have made a difficult decision to move on to our next chapters independent of each other. Drew and I have decided to file for divorce. Oh, okay. We have 3 amazing young children, and their mindset and growth is what is most important. As we navigate this difficult time, I ask that you please respect our privacy. This always gets me, this statement. Why? You are announcing this very private situation on a public platform, and yet you're pleading with the people for privacy? This is confusing. Anyway, according to documents obtained by People, Pittman's petition for divorce was received on Monday. He is seeking to end his partnership, the Game actress, after nearly 9 years and several seasons under the scrutiny of their casters. Pittman listed the couple's separation date as last Thursday, and the papers noted there is no chance or hope of reconciliation between the spouses. Well, we know when a man is done with you, he's done with you. So there's that is not surprising. Anyway, listen, Ralph was done with Drew a long time ago. Those of you who watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, that is one of my guilty pleasures. Ralph was done with Drew. He seemed very irritated by her, and I do believe it was because he had lost that connection to her. Drew was fighting for the marriage because she was more patronizing and a lot more tolerant to Ralph's shenanigans. He kept gaslighting her, embarrassing her, and it was obvious. And I do believe that she knew it was over. But as women and married women, we sometimes believe that willing things into existence is a real thing. Listen, ladies, that is all in your head. That is your imagination.
I have a perfect marriage.
See, there you go. There she was, promoting her marriage as a perfect marriage. And listen, this is not unique to Drew. Women do this all the time. And I made this observation when I did commentary on the TJ Holmes, Amy Robach, and Marley situation. And I said that if TJ Holmes had decided to not leave Marley, she would have stayed. Clear in this case, TJ Holmes was the one who cheated and did everything that was wrong. And he filed for divorce. Marley did not. She did not initiate the divorce. So you see, the same thing is happening here. Women hang on when it's long gone. But there's just something about this holding on to hope and faith. And listen, many times we do something that I don't believe, is really something we should do, because sometimes we're so saddened by these events. People come out and announce that they're separating and so on. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Listen, it's best for you to say nothing, offer a hug if you're in close proximity, or something that is not very significant, or just say God is in charge, or something like this too shall pass. Because this might be the very thing that person is waiting for to be happy. So when we say I am sorry, that might be traumatic to that person. Honestly, it happens. These people sometimes just want to be rid of each other. It might be the relief they were seeking. The end to a miserable, toxic situation. I know people mean well, but sometimes it's just best for you to chill and let things play out. You know, I remember when Ralph was resisting adopting Josias, I think his name is, Drew's son. And I was thinking, if you're going to be with this woman for the rest of your life, why not adopt this child? This child was so into Ralph. And that was the first, or maybe one of the red flags that Drew should have heeded. Because which man would not want this child whose father was involved? You know, I mean, he would be in and out of his life, but Ralph was the one constant, the male figure that Josiah respected. Josiah's respected. Why not adopt this child? Maybe that was part of the plan. Ralph was already on his way out, preparing his exit to go couple up with the assistant. Remember the assistant that he vehemently defended, the one that he had inappropriate contact with? Listen, Ralph was already single in that marriage. Ralph's a player. Ralph is for the streets. His whole demeanor speaks to a single man's mentality. And usually a man files for divorce when he would have already set up another situation that would help him with the loneliness he may experience. Even though he may not have had that romantic connection to his wife any longer, he still had access to her. You know, men, they're like company. So I guess, you know, with another woman being there, it helps with the smooth transition and the transfer of affection. Listen, men do not like to be alone. Neither does women. However, the difference is a woman, she has to form an emotional connection, and before she does anything, she has to form an emotional connection before she moves on. On the other hand, a man, all he has to do is make contact with a woman and make plans to insert and get his relief. Men and women operate similarly in certain situations. However, the reason for what they do differs. So that is it. For that reason, women stay in dead-end relationships way past their expiry date because they have to feel something before they move on. Whereas a man does not. That is why you cannot conflate sex and love. A man can have sex with a woman and not love her, not even feel anything romantic for her, but she's just a depository of his semen. That's it. And women need to understand this. If we get this right, sometimes when things occur in our lives that would cause us grief otherwise, we would be prepared because you already know how they operate.
I said what I said.
Anyway, as always, stay safe and be self-aware. And please subscribe for more snippets of wisdom and real talk. See you in the next video.